We are going to send a copy of this to you to your inbox in the next few days. So we are recording this and you're going to get a copy. All right, let's get started. So for those of you who may not be super familiar with Nextdoor, we are the neighborhood hub for trusted connections and the exchange of helpful information, goods, and services. It's also the place that you come to connect with not only your neighbors, but everything nearby, and that includes small businesses like yours. Here at Nextdoor, we believe that when local businesses thrive, neighborhoods thrive. So it's really important for us to provide you with resources that are really going to help you do that in your respective communities. So small businesses come to Nextdoor to create an online presence, which is what we're going to be discussing today with your free business page. And then we're going to use that presence to really engage with neighbors when and where it matters most. And then ultimately, we'll help you grow your business. So to start with Nextdoor, you're going to first need to claim your free business page. So to do that, you're going to download the Nextdoor app and then log into your neighbor account. And if you don't already have one, you'll have to create that first. So create that and then tap more within the app, and then you'll begin to get into the page claim process. So you may be wondering, okay, I have to create a business account and a neighbor account. Why do I need both? Well, it's actually really important to have a neighbor account because it's going to give you insight into what neighbors are already talking about in the community, what's top of mind for them, which is going to equip you as a business owner with the information that you need to just create more relevant content that's going to speak to your customers and keep them engaged. So once you have both your neighbor account and your business account, you'll be able to easily switch back and forth within the app. And so if that's you and you haven't claimed your business page yet, one of my team members are here. They're going to drop an article into the chat, and this is going to help you go through the steps of the page claim flow in detail. All right. So the moment that we have all been waiting for, we are going to go over the 5 ways to refresh your Nextdoor business page, starting with number 1, which is adding a business logo and a cover image. So why is this important? These photos are going to be one of the first things neighbors see when it comes to your business. And so you want to make the best first impression. Now, I know you guys are all business owners, but imagine going to a job interview or even going on a first date. You want to dress to impress. You want to look your best. And that's what your cover photo and your logo are going to do for you here on Nextdoor. Your logo shows up when you post as a business, as well as when neighbors mention you in a comment or a post. It's a great opportunity to really get your branding out there. And now another reason this is important is that adding these photos are going to give you more visibility on Nextdoor. In fact, we know that business pages with a logo generate 7 times as many page views as pages without a logo. So if you look at the example on the right, this is Oasis Landscaping, and you can see they added their logo there in the bright green square. And now don't worry if you don't have a logo, you can always use a photo of yourself or your products. Photos actually work really well. Photos of yourself work really well, especially if you are in industries like real estate or professional services. Like I know a lot of you who are tuning in are, your face is the brand. So don't be afraid to show it and put it in that logo section. Now, as far as your cover image, get creative with it. We really encourage you to swap this out as the seasons change so that your business page can stay fresh and relevant. No one wants to see holiday photos in March or April. Keep that updated so that neighbors know that you are present and aware of what's going on and that you're relevant. And so if you're looking for ideas for your cover photos, you could show photos of your employees or customers. Now, of course, you want to get their permission. And then show your place of business. If you have a storefront or a restaurant or an office space, show the exterior or the interior. And then showcase your products. You can see here with Oasis Landscaping, they have a photo of some of the greenery that they used for a project. Now, all of this leads to our pro tip, which is that you want to make sure the images in your photo and your logo, or your cover photo and logo, are simple and that they're clear. Avoid photos with text like your business card. We've seen some business pages who use their business card as the cover photo, and we really advise that you don't do that and opt for something else like we suggested earlier. Those tend to be really busy. Text on photos tends to be really busy. And as I mentioned, this cover photo and logo show up in different spots on Nextdoor. And so you want to make sure that it's clear and neighbors can make out what it is when they see it. All right. So number 2 is to add your important details. So while you may not be able to put your business card on your cover photo, you can add it in this section here. And I know this may seem super straightforward, add your business details, but we've heard from other small businesses that it is incredibly important, not only to add this information, but make sure that it is up to date. You just don't want to run into a situation where a potential customer finds your business on Nextdoor and then they come visit you only to find out that you're closed because your hours weren't updated. So together, we are all going to make sure that we do not encounter those kind of moments, especially here on Nextdoor, because 90% of our neighbors make purchases within 15 miles of their work or home. And they often come to Nextdoor when they're ready to hire someone, when they're ready to go make that visit. So make sure that your business information is up to date so that they know how to easily get in touch and find you. Now, like your business logo, your business information is also one of the first things that neighbors are going to see. So when your business is mentioned in a post or comment, some of this information will also show up. So let's make sure that we are filling out important details like your address, your email, your website, your phone number, hours, and then the categories that best reflect your business. You can choose up to 3 of those. And now one tip here is that your address by default is not going to show publicly on your business page. So if you have a restaurant or a retail space or an office, just anywhere that you want to drive customers to, a physical location, make sure that you check the box that says show above address in contact information. So you can see it here highlighted in orange. All right. Number 3 is to add photos. Your business page has a photo gallery, so make sure you're adding photos to it. So now you might be thinking, okay, Carla, I just added my logo. I have a cover photo. Why do I need to add a gallery? Well, I'll tell you why. Beyond your cover photo and your profile photos, your gallery is going to help give new and potential customers a better idea of what your business is all about. It's going to help them visualize what their experience could be like before they even step foot into your restaurant or your office or have you go over to do a project for them. These photos are going to help them determine whether or not they're going to actually be a customer or book you as a service provider. So not only that, your business pages with a photo gallery generate 3 times as many views as pages without. So that is just an easy solution to make sure that people are seeing your business page. So make sure that your gallery includes eye-catching quality photos that show your work, your place of business, both inside and out, the products that you offer, menus, services, or offerings. As you can see with the restaurant example here in the back, they show off some of their dishes as well as what their restaurant looks like inside. You can also show before and after photos, as well as photos of your employees and your customers. Now, if you look at the example in the front here, this is Joe Hall Roofing photo gallery on their business page. They're actually a family-run roofing business based in Arlington, Texas. And their gallery acts as a portfolio for their business. So it makes it really easy for potential clients to see the quality of their work easily. So our next pro tip is to use your photo gallery as a place where you can showcase some of your best work. Now, you may not be in the service industry where there's a project to show the before and after shot. If you have a restaurant, show your best dishes. Show, if you're in a retail space, show, like your storefront, like all decorated. Just bring out the best here so that it's easy for other customers to know what you're all about. And now if you're worried about getting quality images, if you have a smartphone, a lot of the newer ones are just as good as regular cameras. So use settings like portrait mode, cinema mode, and get those high quality photos onto your photo gallery. All right. So in the same way that your photos help potential customers visualize their experience with your business, your story is what's going to help them connect. So as a local business owner, your story is uniquely yours. Nobody else has a story like you. And this story is what's going to help neighbors decide if they want to choose your business over another one. In fact, we know that 55% of consumers who love a brand story are more likely to make a purchase in the future. So sharing your brand story not only helps potential customers and clients understand what your business is about, it's going to benefit your bottom line. And I know I personally always make it a priority to read up on different businesses before I even make a purchase. I want to know about what you do, what your values are, what you stand for. All of this is a factor in me deciding whether or not I'm going to become a customer. So take the opportunity and craft a brand story that's going to showcase and set your business apart. And I know it sounds like, oh man, how do I write a story? Well, if you don't know where to start, here are a few ideas. You can tell neighbors about yourself. So your background, your qualifications, any licenses or certifications you may have. And then of course, the why. Again, this is what sets you apart from others. This is what makes your business unique. What makes your business stand out so that potential customers can be attracted to it. You can also write about what you love the most about your business, how long you've been in the neighborhood. I know that goes a long way. I feel like it builds a lot of trust and credibility. If I see that a business has been in the neighborhood for a really long time, you know that they're supported by their community. And then also write about what gives you pride in your business. Are you woman-owned? Do you give back to local organizations? Do you have special awards? All of this matters and is super important when you tell your story. So if you look at the example on the right here, this is Bill Evans' story. He is an electrician based in North Carolina. And I love how he wrote this out. He gives you his background, he spotlights his license, and then he shares his goals and the why behind his business. And then he also ends with a call to action. So this is super important, and make sure you write this down, is after you write your story and tell neighbors about yourself, tell them what you want them to do next. This is going to help them clearly understand what next step they should take. And so in Bill's story, he tells neighbors to call him for their residential electric needs. For you, that could be make a reservation, call me for a free quote, book a meeting. All of these things, whatever that is for you, whatever next step you want customers to take, make sure you write that in your story. All right, so we've made it to number 5, which is to ask for recommendations. Recommendations are important and also free. They're a free tool to attract customers. So not only do they help them get to know your products or your services, recommendations also act as a word of mouth referral, and it helps build your business's reputation. So on Nextdoor, your recommendations are prominently displayed on your business page. So it's really, really beneficial to collect some of those. And so if you're wondering why, one of the reasons is because businesses with recommendations have up to 19 times the page views, 19, as pages without recommendations. And not only that, we know that 72% of neighbors have been influenced by a business recommendation. So you want to make the most out of this. And what's the easiest way to get them? It's to ask customers to leave them. And so a few ideas to do that. You can share your business page with customers after every job or transaction. And the way to do that is if you look at the right arrow on the top part of your business page, we have it highlighted here in the example, that's going to take you to the link to either share out your business page to different platforms or copy that link so that you can use it. And our second tip here, in your own social media platforms or other marketing materials. If you have a newsletter or a social post campaign, make sure you include one where it says, leave me a recommendation on Nextdoor, and then share that link. And then you can also ask customers to share your business page on their own social media sites. So if they are talking about your business, have them share the link so that other people can come check out your business and leave you a recommendation. Now, this example on the right is Joseph's Junk Removal. He is a local business based in Atlanta, and it's run by a guy named Joseph Lambert. So I love his story because his business was built entirely on Nextdoor recommendations. So every time he did a job for a new client, he would ask them directly to just leave a recommendation on Nextdoor. And this tactic has worked for him and has been so successful. He now has over 600 recommendations across 3 of his business pages, all of them serving different locations in Atlanta. So as you can see from Joseph's business tactics, recommendations are super powerful and really work for you if you ask for them. And so my next pro tip here is once you've collected recommendations, you can also use them as content for your own digital advertising and marketing campaigns. So if somebody is raving about your real estate business and how you helped them get a house, take that recommendation, put it on a social post and blast it out to other potential clients and let them see that word of mouth and that validation to give you just the trust that another person may need to book you as their real estate agent. And so not only are you going to be boosting your business's reputation, you get content for other marketing campaigns. So for me, it is a total win-win. We like to work smart here and not hard. I know that you guys have a lot on your plate. So any way you can find things to work for you, recommendations is one of them. All right. So what's next? Once you've put in the time to refresh your business page, the next step is really to get the word out about it. So I want to give you a few additional ways that you can use Nextdoor to bring more visibility to your business page. And we'll start with getting the word out with your free business post. So using your business post to let neighbors know that you've updated your page will also allow you to invite them to come check it out. So get them to come visit your page and get more visibility. And then beyond that, keep them engaged by posting consistently. We've learned that when posts are successful, it's because the business owner is being neighborly. Their tone is friendly. They are emphasizing how local they are and how they're close proximity. They're being hyper local, and then they're being useful. So they're sharing information that is useful to other neighbors that they can actually take and put into practice. So I don't want you to put your notes away just yet, because I know you all are taking them. I have a few more tips on how to use business posts that are exclusively for you here on the webinar, because they are not on the screen. But the first one, so the posts we've seen get high engagement, is get to know us posts. So if you followed these 5 steps and you've refreshed your business page, then you already have a thoughtfully crafted business story. So take that story, take elements of it, and create a business post around it and introduce yourself to people in the neighborhood. And then this is something that you can do every once in a blue moon, because people go in and out, they move. And so you can always reintroduce yourself again and again. So it's just a post that's going to be able to keep working for you. And the best part is you don't really need to change it because it's your story. And then another post that gets high engagement is just sharing big milestones. So we know that neighbors want to celebrate your success. So whether you're opening a new location or receiving an award, let your neighbors be a part of that and help them feel even more connected to your business by being a part of that celebration with you. And then the third type of business post that gets high engagement is to start conversations by asking questions that are related to your business. So business posts make it easy to have that two-way conversation with your neighbors. So really take advantage of that so that you can build relationships with your customers. Maybe you're in a back and forth comments, and then you just say, hey, I'll see you at the restaurant at noon today. And then all of a sudden there they are in real life. Use your business posts to really facilitate those conversations and those connections. Now, one thing I really quickly want you to keep in mind is that businesses do need to be verified in order to post. So if you haven't done so, just take a few minutes to make sure that you get that done. All right, so the next step you can take in getting the word out is to use Nextdoor Ads to get more eyes on your business. The best part about Nextdoor Ads is you actually don't need to have any marketing experience to do so. I know sometimes it sounds complicated or tricky when you're thinking about a digital advertising campaign, but here we make it really easy to reach your unique business goals, and it only takes 5 steps. So how much you spend is completely under your control. You are in charge of that. But once you've built your ad, you'll be able to leverage our hyper-local targeting so that you can reach the customers in areas that matter the most to your business. And then once your ad is live, you'll be able to track your success as you go. Your dashboard is going to give you important insights and metrics based on your campaign goals. So if you want to learn about Nextdoor Ads, my team is going to drop an article into the chat. Check it out, and when you're ready, create an ad and then just start turning your neighbors into customers. All right. Now, as promised, I said I'd leave you with a few more resources from Nextdoor to help grow your business. And so here they are. Get your notes out, write these down, bookmark them, save them, and come back to them. So the first one I want to call your attention to is our Help Center. That's there on the left. Our Help Center is going to provide you with more tactical help. So if you find yourself using Nextdoor and then you have questions on how to do something, check out the Help Center. We have a lot of Q&A articles about that. And then here in the middle is our small business blog. This is full of articles that cover general and seasonal marketing and business tips. It's really a good place to find inspiration. If you ever feel stumped on your marketing, head to our blog. And then last but not least is our Small Business Resource Center there on the right. This article is, or this site, excuse me, is full of articles and videos that are going to provide inspiration and tutorials for all of your business tool needs on Nextdoor. All right, so before we head into Q&A, I want to quickly recap what we went over today. Remember, if you haven't already done so, you're going to claim your free business page. We dropped an article in the chat if you need help doing that. And then you're going to move to the refresh stage. So number one, you're going to add your business logo and your cover image. And then you're going to include important details. And then number three, upload your photos. Number four, add your story. And then number five, ask for recommendations. And then once you've done that, you're going to get the word out using our free business posts and Nextdoor ads. So with that said, I feel like we have a lot of questions here coming in. Let's see. Ooh. We've got, sorry, my tech here. Bear with me. Is Nextdoor exclusively for brick and mortar businesses? No. If you are a home services, as you can see in this example in the photo, gardening, it's for everyone. It's really just a place for you to build your digital presence and then be connected directly with people who are in the community. And like I said, they're already eager to support small businesses near them. And so if you're a small business in a community, feel free to claim your business page and start building your presence here. How do I get back to the cover? Okay, Zoe, bypass the logo and cover image area. If you go into your business page settings, there should, the business page section where you fill out your information, there should be an area for you to add your cover up image and your logo.
And this is Brianne. I'll chime in, Carla, with a couple other questions that we've heard from the field. So one of which is, how many photos do you recommend adding to your gallery? Ernie, thanks so much for the question. We recommend adding photos that truly highlight your business, so focusing on quality first. There's no right number, usually recommend about 3 to 8 photos. And this is also a great opportunity to update your pictures, refresh them with new projects or products that you have coming out. And as we know, everyone loves a great before and after photo. Another question that we have is if someone can leave a recommendation, even if they don't have a Nextdoor account or have an app. We do have folks needing to join Nextdoor to leave a recommendation. This is part of the process of being a great community. We know neighbors value the hyper-local part of Nextdoor as well as trusted neighbors. And so by having your customers join Nextdoor, they can provide a recommendation for your business and gain value from joining their Nextdoor community. Also, when they see comments or questions within their Nextdoor feed asking for recommendations like a plumber, they can recommend you right there in the chat. So great to have your customers join Nextdoor. And a couple more that we have coming in here. Is Nextdoor exclusively for brick and mortar? Thanks, Sandra, for the question. Nextdoor is a terrific platform for all local businesses, whether you're a brick and mortar business or a service provider. Some of the most popular categories that neighbors come to Nextdoor for are restaurants, home and garden businesses, realtors, retail, wellness, and so much more. When claiming a business, you'll need to provide an address, but this can be your home address. So if you don't have a brick and mortar location, as Carla mentioned, you can always hide your address from the public page, but we need it as a process to confirm that you're an actual business from that perspective. And we have another question coming in from Steve. Thanks so much. How do you access free business posts? To access your free business post, log into your Nextdoor page, navigate to the Content tab, which you can see both on desktop and mobile. And here you should see the option to create a post. As Carla mentioned, we did a survey with businesses, and some of the things that they said were great about creating posts is asking a question, sharing some tips, sharing some advice out there, especially what's going on in your community. Is there a seasonal holiday that you can provide recommendations on? All those are very valuable with the community. Just a note here on being able to post, you must be verified in order to access your post. So if you don't see the option, head to settings and send in the documentation to our support team to get verified as soon as possible so you can start engaging with your community. And I see we're right at time, so I'll hand it over to Carla to close it out.
All right. Thank you, Brianne, for helping us out here with the Q&A. I do just want to wrap up just to remind you guys, we are going to follow up with a recording of the webinar. So you can always come back. And if you missed any notes or any sections, check out the recording. We'll have that in your inbox at the email that you registered with within the next few days. And so with that said, thank you all so much for joining us to learn how to refresh your business page. I hope to see a lot more business pages coming up with great cover photos and business stories. And thank you so much for your time. I know you all are so busy, but enjoy today, enjoy National Small Business Week, and we hope to see you again next time.